those who have joined just now, if I would like you to switch on your camera for 1 or 2 minutes. I know there may be network issues, data issues, but just if you could just switch on your camera so that we can go for a snapshot, and then probably you can turn off your video. I wish that you keep your cameras on so we can see each other live. Good to see you all.
Yeah, good evening all. Nice, very apt topic in these very difficult moments.
Yes, thank you. Just a learning stage, learning phase.
Absolutely.
And before I start, I'm asking your apologies. Any mistake, please do forgive me.
No.
It's a teaching and learning. Yes, sure.
No, it's rest assured. We all sail together.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Welcome.
Thank you so much.
Welcome.
Yes, Smita ma'am. Good evening.
Hi, ma'am. Hi.
I request mentors, please switch on your camera. If you could please. With a beautiful smile. Yes. Thank you so much. Thank you. Done with the screenshots. Thank you so much. Yes. So shall we begin? Mentors?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. Please.
Thank you. I hope the screen is visible.
Yes, absolutely. Very clear.
Yeah, thank you.
Welcome.
Ma'am. So as we all know, and as what the topic is, mindset and perception. Everyone has an idea of mindset and perception. What is mindset and what is perception? Just to throw more light into it, I have suggested with this topic, and I have gone through this topic because in this hour, this is very important because we know, but it is just a recall. Somewhere we miss out some things. Yes. Okay. So mindset, how we think, believe, and act. It clearly says what is mindset. Mindset is nothing but a thought which has gone into a belief, means which has transformed it as a belief. Any thought that comes to our mind, we hear, we see, we interact with each other, and that is a thought. That thought. Mentors, please. And that particular thought has changed into a what you call as belief. It becomes a belief. And today mindset plays a very important role. That is, whatever we are, it is all because somewhere of our thoughts, what we have thought about, what we have believed about. Today, as I recall, and most of you might be knowing, today is Mahavir Swami's birthday, Mahavir Jayanti. We celebrate today as Mahavir Jayanti. And Mahavir Swami shared that whatever thing, whatever thoughts we think about, that becomes our belief, and that is how we tend to be. It is just not Mahavir's thought, but which all great leaders, educationists, and all the books of psychology do tell us that how we think, believe, and act is what our life is. What is mindset? Mindset is a simple idea discovered by world renowned Stanford University psychologist Carol Dweck in decades of research on achievement and success. A simple idea that makes all the difference. It is just a simple idea. Let me tell you that there is just an example that I would like to share with you. Gaur Gopal Das, many of you might be knowing about him. He is very famous with the youngsters. He is a guru. Okay, basically his instructional videos are on FB and Instagram, very popular. He does not directly preach about any particular religion, but what he preaches is about particular topic. And there he had also shared about the mindset. He had shared a simple story that in the earlier times, every mother used to pin a handkerchief to the child's uniform or the child's dress. Why? So that the child can use it to clean for any other purposes. Whatever emergency comes, he can use it to wipe it off. And then it used to be washed and again ironed. The whole process goes on. And now we have started using the tissues. So it is just one time use. What I want to talk or what I want to tell is what that is, it is what we are looking into, what the habit we are cultivating. In today's era, it is just that the things have been taken as only for use purposes. Like if it is relation, if it is any particular like personal thoughts also or individual, we are just using each other. And that is the attitude that we have created instead of maintaining a relationship. And this we can very well put in to our students also. We are mentors. I believe that a small things goes a long way to form a right attitude. Yes, the children may not be aware of, but every time when we talk about a particular mindset, that how we create, then that small thing can go a long way and form a right attitude. That is all about mindset. Next, there are two types of mindset. You will find people with two types of mindset, and we can identify them also. Fixed mindset and growth mindset. We all are learners. We want to grow. Yes, and that is growth gives us life. When we have you can clearly see the picture. The picture shows that there is a person whose mind is locked, means he understands or he feels that yes, this is it, nothing more than that, what I think. And that is fixed mindset. And then growth mindset is there. You can see something where it's like a plant, growing plant. That means it has life in it. Let's understand more deeply into fixed mindset. People with a fixed mindset believe that there are traits and just givens. Like they are into authentic, yes, this is what I have learned about, this is what I know, and I will believe in that. I am not ready to change. And they don't even take constructive criticism also. It's just not criticism, but it is constructive criticism. Yes, we cannot take criticism. I understand. And we know also. But when it is constructive criticism, it is on us whether we should change, we should grow, or just uh, blame someone that yes, someone has criticized it. We are the ones who need to identify, who need to differentiate that is it a criticism which is very on a negative terms, or is it a constructive criticism? Yes, I cannot say that I am so many years experienced mentor, or I am such a I have learned this and all this. So I cannot learn from my younger generation, or I cannot learn from a new colleague. Yes, we should be ready to learn that and accept it. With our experience and knowledge, we can more improvise on that, what the younger generation knows on it. See, it is clearly seen that pandemic situation where we were not so much acquainted with the technology, today we have learned. And those who have learned are trying to impart it to the students even at a greater level. More than what they knew, they have put it into their creativity and they have transformed it to it. If fixed mindset people believe their basic qualities like their intelligence or talent are simply fixed traits, means they stick to it. This is fixed mindset. They also believe that talent alone creates success without effort. Then they are wrong. If they are having talent, okay, they will be successful, they believe that. But it is the time we stop learning, just understand that we are having a fixed mindset. These are some of the pictures that you can see. It tells about what I have already briefed you about. How many such mindset do we suffer from? Are we self-aware of our mindset? How do we discover our blind spots? Yes. See, yesterday I heard that when we open our eyes and when we see something negative, or when we hear something negative, it is totally onto us that in what form should we take it. Today the disease has hit us so badly. Many of our family members in our family also, we have suffered, we have come out through. I'm not saying that we should not be aware of the pandemic situation, but not, we can at least have a stop on creating a negative awareness, and we can very well identify that. I have here there are many dialogues that goes into a fixed mindset person. I have a negative internal dialogue. I am an idiot. I don't like to ask questions in case I sound stupid. We can see this in our students well. So what we can do, we can prompt them, we can appreciate them, we can encourage them that children, please ask questions. You won't sound stupid. It is okay to ask questions. That is, curiosity will generate itself. Such people are more of I cannot and I won't. Yes, that's it. And we can find in our like colleagues also. Some people will be there who would not want to grow. If someone is doing, let them do. करने दो, वो करते रहेंगे. बट वो करते हैं इसलिए नहीं, उनको सीखना है इसलिए वो कर रहे हैं. Now, growth mindset. People with growth mindset see their qualities as things that can be developed through their dedication and effort. All the successful people are having growth mindset. Imagine a world if there was only fixed mindset people. We would have not come such a long. Somewhere in primitive era or medieval era we would have lived. कि किसी को efforts करना ही नहीं तो कैसे आगे आएंगे? In a growth mindset, people believe that their most basic abilities can be developed through dedication and hard work. Brains and talent are just the starting point. These views create a love of learning and that is essential for a great accomplishment. Virtually all great people have had these qualities. You count on any great people, and surely they will be of this growth mindset. Yes, sure, ma'am. Thank you. I have a growth mindset. These are the thoughts of people who are having growth mindset. I can always improve. Mistakes help me learn. I can learn anything that I want to. आपने वो कहावत तो सुनी होगी, जो गिरता है वही उठता है. Any big problems or any big difficulties that come to our lives is a stepping stone to success. But it is only a stepping stone to success if we are ready to face the new beginning. How do we approach on new problems? And n number of times we forget that every problem has a solution. Because in the world, when a lock is created, it is created with a key. It is not created just as a lock. You go and find in the world, you'll never see a lock without a key. Any type of lock. So how can there be problem without any solution? Yes, there are solutions. What comes to mind when you see new things? Are you ready to accept that? And are you ready to accept it by force, or are you taking it just are you taking it for the growth purpose? Yes, I want to learn because now I have to adapt. As we see just now, because we have gone online, the children are reluctant to attend these sessions. The children are reluctant to give answers because they have so many excuses. Network issues, data issues, they are not, they don't want to show us the environment where they are sitting in, or they might have just woke up. I talk to my children, okay, sometimes it is okay if you wake up late. Maybe if you're playing games and all, that's a different thing. If something has struck you and for that reason you have been late, let me know that. And we are not here doing these sessions to see at what place are you sitting, or what type of environment it is, or what type of house do you have. Going forward, I believe I'm clear with this much. I don't fix problems, I fix my thinking. The problem fix themselves. These are the thoughts by Louis L. Hay. Okay, before we go to another topic, would you like to share anything? or if you want to ask, then you can go ahead. Okay, that means we can continue with the next topic, and that is very well related to the first topic, that is mindset. And now perception. As I shared with you, that mindset is the thoughts which transfers into belief. It can be of an individual, it can be of a person who has already a thought and shared it with someone, and the other person is believing. Here, as you can see a picture, what can you see over here in this picture? The mirror, the reflection shows a different picture. An actual picture is cat, and the reflection is of a lion. Okay, it can be put in as that what the person has thought about is of a picture of a cat. But when it has transferred or when it has passed on, it has changed into a lion. Maybe for a good cause, maybe for a bad cause. जैसे बोलते हैं ना कि राई का पहाड़ होना. यस, जैसे एक चीज है, उसको मैंने देखा, मैंने किसी को बताया, वो मेरा परसेप्शन था, वो मेरी थिंकिंग थी. बट जब मैंने किसी और को बताया तो वो कुछ और हो गया. वो उनका नजरिया है. परसेप्शन, the particular Hindi word is nazariya. How do you see things? And it can be in a different note. Perception is the organization, identification, and interpretation of sensory information in order to represent and understand the presented information or environment. If I tell you in simple, whatever we see, whatever we hear, we organize it. Then we identify it. The brain, all this goes in the brain. It organizes, it identifies, and it interprets. And then it is represented in another form of whatever we understand. I have a video to show all of you. Just a moment.
Morning class.
Mentors, I hope it is audible. You can hear the video.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Thank you.
ma'am.
Thank you. I want everyone to watch this video carefully, and then I would like to discuss this.
Today we're going to do an exercise in perception. Now tell me, what do you see here?
That's
Okay, relax. Okay, who sees a duck? All right, and who sees a rabbit? Okay, that's not a duck. And it's not a rabbit. It's
Okay. What do you all see in that picture? The image. Other than duck and rabbit. Anything else
I could see it as a snail, ma'am.
as a snail? Okay. Yes, anyone else?
Bird with a beak.
Yes. Anything else?
Doodling, ma'am. Doodling of the students.
Building of the students. Yes. Basically, वो जो image था, जो picture था, वो उसके बारे में क्या thoughts है? What does it? Yes. So I've got many doodling. I've got snail, beak, a bird with a beak open. Look like a bird with a sneak from the mobile screen. Yes. Okay. Yes. Now let's see further. And then we come to a conclusion.
ink on paper. Now we see what we want to see. We believe what we want to believe. We're all great storytellers. And we take what we want to understand and we put that into our story. But when we do that, we limit ourselves to only what we want to believe and understand. So let's take a step back and take in what's around us. When we create a space of understanding, we see that there's so much more than meets the eye.
Okay. So as what he shared about the conclusion and what we had discussed, that what is it? It is also a sketch, isn't it? It is also ink on the paper. These are the perceptions. It is what we see from different angles, that is of different people, of views of different people. As he said, that let's take a step back. Let us put our foot into other shoes and sometimes make us realize that what the other person is going through. Going back to our PPT. Yes, this is what it was in the video, as he was, the sir was talking about the class. Stimulation, organization, interpretation, memory, recall. Stimulation, organization, interpretation, evaluation, memory, and recall. Let me tell you one, let me share with you one more example. That is, one lady went to a restaurant and she had a food there. The next day, she shared that the restaurant was up to the mark. She was very much satisfied with it. So, what is it? If we connect that example with the stages, we can very well get to know. Stimulation means here it is a stimuli, or it is the occurrence of sensory stimulation. Basically, this part of perception process involves in contact with a particular stimulus. Here we can say that the person has visited a particular restaurant. There she had the food, and after having the food, it is the mind is working it is organizing, it is interpreting the thing, evaluating that how the food was. The mind is talking. Yes, and I can share it. That is the memory. And it gets remained in the memory, stored in the memory. And then when she shares it to her friend, that is recalling. And that is, you are asking or you are sharing your thoughts so that the other person knows about the particular restaurant and can share her judgment or her opinion. It's not necessary that when her friend visits and she has the same type of opinion or her thoughts. I hope the stages of perception is clear. Going further, yes, it is a process now organizing. It is a process by which we group outside stimuli into recognizable and identifiable patterns and whole objects. Certain factors are considered to be important contributors on assembling, organizing, categorizing information in the human brain. See, as you can see here, you can take it as a vase, you can take it as a mirror image of a vase, or you can take it as a particular picture. Two people facing each other. Yes, this is it. That is the backside. That is perception. That is the thoughts. How we look at things and how we make our mindset. Yes, very interesting image. Most of you might have seen this, and it is seen several times. Good evening, Matthew, sir. Sorry. I welcome you, Matthew, sir. Matthew, sir is here with us. So as I was talking with you, sharing with you this picture, this is what? Can anyone describe what is happening in the picture?
People who are blind, they are trying to feel the elephant and try to imagine certain things.
Yes, very much correct, Smita ma'am. That is true. The people here are blind. They don't know is it an elephant or what. They've been asked to touch and feel and to make their own opinion. So here there are 6 people giving their own opinions. For someone it is a tree, for someone it is a wall, it's a rope, it's a what you call as a weapon, a snake, a carpet, anything. Again, we have an image over here. What is all this image about? It is reflection of our opinion, how we want to look things at. And sometimes we look things at our own comfort zone. हमें जो देखना है, हमें जो समझना है, हम वही समझेंगे. Again, that comes to mindset. Somebody said, timeline of perception is not reliable as it depends on what the situation is, how it moves, and who moves it. See, timeline, like social science mentor may be knowing it, and others also. What is a timeline? It is a description of events as per the dates in the order. So the timeline of perception is not reliable. You cannot rely on the perception as it depends on the situation. Again, every situation, as the situation comes to you, it will change. How it moves, how it is changing, or how you change it, and who is changing it, all depends. So that is it. This brings us to the conclusion part, where I would like to conclude. Power of your attitude is your choice. The growth mindset is your choice. Don't allow fear to slow you down. Dalai Lama very well said. Today I'm fortunate to be alive. I have a precious human life. I'm not going to waste it. Talking about perception, every person tends to view things in different ways and with their own perspective. A person's perception depends on his attitude, experience, motives, interest, and expectation. Perception is one of the most important aspects of human behavior. So that is it. And okay, that is it from my side. I'd be very happy if anyone could share anything related to this, or yes, ma'am. Perception according to situation. Very well said.
According to me, this is the need of the hour because we are all under a lot of stress and
Pressure.
not many challenges that we are facing. Changing
Yes.
our mindset and changing our perception is very, very important now, ma'am.
Correct. Truly said, ma'am. Because in this hour of corona, and when the whole world, especially in our country, when we are facing such a terrible moment, and still we are going along, we are hearing such a lot of like negative rumors. Yes, awareness is one thing. If we are educated, I feel that if I am educated and I know something about this, I I can work upon it. And if I am even if I am what you call as affected by COVID-19, I should not fear. Instead, I should go to the particular whatever sources are there, and I can justify or judge that yes, this source is the correct one. Then no one is more higher than the Almighty. I believe so.
This mindset and perception, according to you, is also correct. But I feel the kind of transition that we're having in the education field, that is really challenging for all of us because we do not know, like we will not know also what is in store for us in the future. That is really challenging, for which we have to make ourselves ready and change our perception and mindset also. That is the most important challenge we are going to have now, especially this year.
Yes, ma'am. Even I would like to share in relation to what Smita ma'am said, that Sadhguru's video. I don't often see that, but it came to me yesterday where Sadhguru shared that, see, I don't know, or we all don't know what is going to happen in the next 2 months, but at least I can work upon my personal health and mental health. That is in my hand. that is in my hand. At least I can work upon, I can give my me time, I can give my I can work upon my health, or the what type of precaution should I take. That is in my hand. I don't know about the future. I can be just well prepared, and I can hope for the best. Yes, that is it. Anyone else would like to share? I'd be very happy if you could share the feedback. Yes, Sunita ma'am.
And I would like to add that in a learning and a scenario where like the classroom, it's very important to have a very broad mindset as teachers also, where we see each child growing and blooming from what he or she was to what he or she will become. That is how we perceive. And that is how mindset and perception are correlated.
Yeah. And even if we can talk for a few minutes with our children, and that is surely going to affect them in this need of an hour. Whenever we have session, at least in a week once, we can have a just a casual talk with them to know what are their thoughts and how much we can change it.
Excuse me, Maulie
Yes,
ma'am.
Sunita ma'am.
Actually, mindset is someone who has the winning. For example, if I have a winning mindset, I would always try to do my best and how should I win. But if you
Yes.
talk about the perception, it is like a point of view that if I have to acquire, like while experiencing in life, for example, if it is my perception that most of the politicians are correct, that is my experience in life. So that is basically the difference between mindset and perception. It also comes through experience. I feel so.
Yes, of course, experience is that perception is totally like as I said, it is not reliable. It depends on the situation and who moves it. Even mindset, what you're talking about, that I want to success, or that is again growth mindset.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
correct.
Okay.
Okay.
Sorry,
Going,
again,
yes.
this talk about success, it's also again very subjective. It depends upon people's perception, and it changes, like you called it unreliable, and I will probably call it, it changes from phase, the different phases of life that we go through, the different seasons that we go through in our lives. By seasons, I mean the different phases. So at one point in life, success could mean fame for a lot of people, having a lot of money for lots of people. But at another point, it could just mean being with yourself, having quality time with your own self. So yeah, success is also very subjective and perceptions differ.
Yes, I agree.
Not everybody's idea of success is likely to be similar. So we have to make space for those kind of, different perceptions also. There's nothing right or wrong about it. So I think that's also important, that we respect other people's perceptions of success.
Yes.
So that's one level, I mean, like fame and money, that's the most basic level of success that everyone is striving for. But then another level of success could be, having, peace of mind. So again, that's extremely subjective and differs from perception to perception, which we probably feel differently about at different phases in our life. Also, in classroom situations, perceptions again matter a lot, because if you're the kind of a person who insists upon homework being done and deadline being done, respected at any cost, you could probably take pride in that at an initial stage, that you are very strict about it. But a few years into it, and you'll realize that that's not how it works, because if you just go deeper, you'll realize that probably the child was taking care of other things more important in life, taking care of an ailing grandparent, lending a helping hand at home, with visitors at home, guests at home. So I think if perception does help you get a better handle on situation, and it changes things for you, it changes things for people around you also. Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you.
Truly agree, ma'am. Yes, success again is everyone has a different definition about it. And as ma'am shared that yes, success for someone is peace. Yes, Mridu ma'am.
Hi, good evening, ma'am. I just wanted to understand this concept of perception, ma'am. If you could clarify, how is perception different from judgment? Because in other words, when you look at something, somewhere down the line, there is some kind of judgment also which is taking place.
Yes, perception, as I said, is opinion. But judgment, when we make, we should have some authentic, like I can say, proof or evidence or something that we have seen, and then we can believe in it. Before also, as I shared, that we also need, when we are making our own perception, can we give a thought to what the other person is feeling or being in, like किसी और के शूज में या किसी और के शूज में हम भी पैर रख के देखें कि वो क्या सिचुएशन से क्रॉस हो रहा है. Empathize. Again, empathy is also there. But most of the time here, the perceptions what we are bringing in, we tend to make it into a judgment form. Again, like हाँ यही सही है. But give a time for your perceptions, if to an extent, if possible, and then come to a conclusion. That is, as we said, that yes, don't judge the book by its cover. So why? Because we need to read that. Then only we can know about the book. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am. You explained it so well. And it was a cherry on the cake there, the last phrase there.
Thank you.
Beautifully done. Thank you so much.
And I'm pasting the link. Yeah, I have already pasted a link. Please do fill in the form, and a certificate will be delivered to you. Please do it an honor to me by filling the form. And any issues, please contact me on my cell. We are in the group. Thank you. From my side, I'd like to conclude. If anyone still wants to share something. Yes. And even I'm sharing my email ID. I hope you all have received it in the chat. Please verify that. I'm here in the session. It won't take much of the time to fill the form.